Hey, good morning, folks. It's daylight, and it's time for the show. And I see Chris is already on. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, I decided to try to get on this morning a little early today. There we go.
So today, or yesterday, actually, Chris, is the 50th anniversary of the Runaways. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, and absolutely, it's our friend Cherie Curry's group, as you know. Kind of brought her to the
Yeah,
forefront
I'm wearing
of rock history.
right. I'm wearing her one of her T-shirts today from her final concert at Whiskey A Go Go, and Whiskey A Go Go is quite the place to be.
Well,
And it was
was
it
yeah.
was rocking, and Bob Hayes was there too for that, as well as um, John Ford Coley, our friend John. So John, a shout out to John. So
Good fellow. Yes,
good fellow. I didn't know that he actually had cannoli in his trunk. He left the gun and took the cannoli. So just saying, he's a good fellow.
that's not too bad. I would take the cannoli too because sometimes you can sometimes, especially if you're in a state besides maybe New York, you can't find a good one.
And it's easy to find places to dump cars and bodies. Just saying. So
That's
not
probably
that that's
true.
important.
It's
Not
sort
that
of it's
that's
it's sort
important.
of yeah, it's sort of a Chris ancestor thing, I suppose.
Yeah,
I got them on
yeah,
both
right.
sides. I got the Hungarians and the Italians. I'm both there.
A lot of mafia there. It's a you're
Yeah,
mafia rich. Mafia rich.
yeah.
Speaking of mafia, I guess the DC mafia of criminals, they're pretty darn active. They actually did some damage to big balls.
Oh, on the surface, it's a funny story because the guy's name is his moniker is Big Balls. The fact is, though, this guy, who, by the way, helped save the country, tried to help save a woman who was being beaten by a gang of a mob, if you will, of Utes. Feral children, I
Utes.
guess. That should be the best way to feral children or
Yeah.
feral people. A group of ferals who were beating up on this woman in her car. So he tried to intervene, and they, of course, in turn, go several on one against him. He was beaten badly. This speaks to a lot of things. It speaks to the culture, allowing crime. It speaks to Democrat-run cities, allowing criminals to run rampant because they know they're going to come out with a slap on the wrist. And by the way,
Yeah.
what we're going to go with that rule that if we haven't really heard much about the descriptions are out there, I suppose, but the we have not heard the, let's just say, uh, visual build, if you will, of these Utes, so it might suspect me to lead somewhere else. So again,
Well,
yeah,
let's,
could be racially motivated too. I don't know.
well, no, DC. It could go any number of directions. I
Yes.
mean, for goodness sake, they still haven't figured out who killed Seth Rich, although I think we know who did that. And that was clearly political, although they made it look like a random crime. The bad news is for those who are law abiding is that there's so much crime in DC, you can make a hit job look like an ordinary random crime, right, Chris? I mean, that's
Right.
kind of what they're doing here.
Exactly. And Elon Musk says it was a gang of about a dozen. This is how they act. This is how these criminals act. It's several on one almost all the time. And believe me,
Yeah,
it's always like that. Doesn't matter where your race is. Look at Antifa. These guys go 6-on-1, 7-on-1 against senior citizens, and it's all on video, as you know, because they're
yeah.
cowards. They cannot fight one on one. They never will fight one on one. That's
No,
how cowardly these thugs are. But they're also emboldened. They're always emboldened by blue mayors.
yeah. Well, the biggest crime in the nation, the worst crime in the nation, I think, is held by like 8 or 9 Democrat cities. I mean, it's amazing if you actually would take if you remove the Democrat-run cities, the crime rate in this country is like nothing. It's like really low, and it's and this is not talked about in the media enough about the fact that if you remove the Democrat cities that are crime infested, we have an amazing country, right, Chris? Do you think we could maybe move those countries out? Can we move them like to somewhere remote and let them be on their own, like I don't know, the tundra in northern Canada? Could we move New York City there? That'd be a good idea.
Well, try this one. Try this one. Maybe you take all these gang members, these feral types, throw them in a state nobody cares about, like Maine, okay, and then have them kind of fight it out amongst themselves while you're just rope the state off until there's a few people standing, and then they'll just go to jail. How about that? That just solved
I
the
don't
crime
know.
problem.
Maine's kind of a
I know
cool place.
it would also take the Democrat constituency away from some of these cities too. The votership is going to be.
Yeah, but Maine's a nice place.
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
no.
like, Maine.
We should move it to a place where. No, no. I think there's a better place for them. Move them to New Mexico and let them build their own Jim Jonestown type place. I think that would be nice. And New Mexico is big enough. They got mountains, so you could like put them in the mountains, surround them by mountains. I think that's where they should go. Don't send them to a nice place like Maine. People in Maine aren't
Uh,
bad. They're just
I,
misguided. So.
I also don't want them ruining the Santa Fe Trail. So we'll probably have to lock them in somewhere
Mm,
like the small Gadsden portion, or the part we bought from Gadsden. This way, they can flee to
yeah,
Mexico if they want,
yeah.
and then
Or better
otherwise
yet,
they can
why
just
don't we
fight
just
it
put
out
them in
there.
Baja? Put them
Right?
in Baja, south of California. There's that like one strip of land that's
Ah,
kind of
yes, we
on
could.
its own.
That's fine.
Put them in
That works.
Baja. Put
I'll
them in
take
Baja.
that.
That way, they can go surfing and get eaten by sharks. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, Patriots. What do you? Oh, there you go. U.S. Aircrew, Alligator Alcatraz. That sounds pretty good. Heck, we're going to
Yeah,
be out of illegals for after maybe another 5, 10 years. I'm kidding about that. I'm sure they'll all be around, but
yeah.
it probably won't be. We can put other prisoners, if you will, in places like that. And by the way, I was joking about Maine. The only reason I picked Maine is because there's like just one border, and it's easy to rope that off. If they want, they can just swim to Canada if they don't like what they're doing. But anyway,
Well,
having said,
I Canada's already got its own problems. We don't want to give them like the Ebola of our political system, the Ebola virus of our political system.
well, but this is very serious, though. I remember in the 1990s, there was the idea of cities, of politicians trying to push something called Good Samaritan laws. If you remember, a Good Samaritan would be protected if this person maybe, let's say, injured a rib while giving somebody the Heimlich maneuver, injured somebody else's rib, or maybe did something to did something to protect somebody else, and then something, maybe some property damage happened. He'd be protected from that, or she would be protected from that. And there were some politicians that thought there should be Good Samaritan laws which require people to help out. That was the premise of the Seinfeld finale, by the way, which was better than most people think. But that was the
I
idea.
don't know. Do you want to go
No,
down
no,
that
but
path? I mean,
but I want
I
to get
don't know.
into
I
this. But
I
I,
love
I want to.
Seinfeld, but I hated the end. So
Oh, I liked it. By the way, John Panetti, who looks like JB Pritzker, was in that particular episode. Anyway, I just want to get into this because from over the last 20 years, 20, 30 years, that sentiment has changed. Politicians don't want people to help out. They're
it's true.
discouraging people to help
That's true.
elderly people from being
Well,
helping
that's
elderly
the
people from
theory.
having
It
their
was
purse
the Good
snatched.
Samaritan
Right,
law that got him, supposedly, because
right.
But so
But
so so what got them locked up has become the norm for the left. Is that what you're saying?
no, no, no. What I'm saying is now they're discouraging Good Samaritans. They're trying their
That's what I'm
best to make
saying.
it
Yes.
impossible
What
for
got
Good
them locked
Samaritans to
up?
help out. Right,
They got locked up for not being good Samaritans. They broke
right,
the Good Samaritan law. So
right,
what I'm saying is what they did to break the law then has become the norm for Democrats now,
right,
which
right.
is not doing anything.
But not only that, they're discouraging real people. Daniel Penny is a huge example. He's the example we should be talking about at this point. He was there. He was saving other people from a psychotic who could have
Right.
badly hurt or killed some other people
Big time.
in a subway, trapped in a subway car. What happens? Well, apparently he became the biggest racist on earth for about the next 3, 4 weeks, according to the TV networks, and he was the evil guy. The,
Right.
blue cities and blue states are doing their best to encourage criminals and discourage people from helping out. I doubt they're going to be anything more than a slap on the wrist for this mob if they're caught. And this is a real problem in this
Maybe.
country. And the problem is the Democrats keep voting for it. And why? That's the question. If you try to get into their heads, you get a headache. Your brain turns into scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the issue, is that most of the people on the left are happy to have scrambled eggs for brains. I mean, look at what's going on. Can we go to the next topic? Because I think it's good to recognize that they are a party of outlaws, and all the Texas folks have gone. Speaking of J.B. Pritzker, to hide in the folds of his chin. Do you know how many
Ooh,
folds in in J.B. Pritzker's chin? I think at last count there was like 80, 84, 85. It's like the endless chin. He's got more chins than the phone book in San Francisco. So
oh, that's gotta hurt.
it does.
I believe that was a
So
line. A similar line was used in Weird Al Yankovic's parody "Fat," if you remember.
that's right.
Right.
So, but no, I mean, do you think I don't think it's any accident that the Democrats, the Texas Democrats, I think Texas Democrats are born missing a gene. Is that true? Is there any scientific study that shows that? Anyway, I digress. But I think the Texas Democrats have gone and hidden out in the most gerrymandered state. Have you looked at Illinois, Chris? I
I
mean,
saw
not
Illinois. It looks
yeah,
like Illinois looks like the New York map that I brought from 2000. That I put on
yeah,
the show. Yes, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, so from
yeah.
back in
Yesterday.
2000. I'll dig
Well,
that up for you.
the three governors which are most vocal about the gerrymandering is, of course, Catherine Hochul, Hochul, and Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is another governor, and he's got a heavily gerrymandered state. And so, and of course, Illinois. So it's like, is who advises these morons, Chris, to go do this nonsense? It's like, really? I mean,
Well,
look at that. Look at Illinois. Look at that. It's like,
okay,
really? We're making
gerrymandering is
it
an
work?
American tradition, but sometimes too obvious.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look at that.
look at District 13 here. Let's an
Yeah.
example. Instead of District 13 being geographical, like let's just say 12, okay?
Yeah.
It's purposely configured to support one party right here.
Exactly.
And watch and look at 15. 15 could be geographic and 13 could be geographic, but 13 cuts right through to traditional. I'm going to close up on that. It's a little blurry here, but it's the best I have right now.
That's good. That's
It's
fine.
and then
That's the point.
15 is designed to avoid that particular area. And you look at 2. Look at District 2 here.
Yeah.
Up top here. And look where that
Yeah.
goes. It's not it stretches up a little bit. I guess I can deal with some of the Chicago districts. They seem to be what they're going to be anyway. But look at this. Uh, you got this district 16 here, 17. Look how 17 falls down a strip here too. You just why not make it geographical and population rather than, well,
Yeah.
let's see who votes for who, and we have to make sure that there aren't enough Republicans in certain districts, and that's what New
Yeah.
York is trying to do right now. And by the way, they've
So
been doing this for years. Again, we talked about
yeah.
this.
Well,
Yeah,
again, I think this is a case where the Democrats just don't like it when it's being done to them, if at all. I don't even know if it's being done to them. I think what it is, and the Patriots know this. This is no secret. California and other blue states have people who are leaving. Elon Musk, didn't he create his own space city in Texas? Am I not right about that? I think I'm right.
or maybe there's Slab City, California, but that's another place. It's a different story.
Slab City. That's where they bury all the mafia guys, right? Slab
You know,
City.
we
Anyway,
need a sea land.
but
That's what we need here.
yeah. But my point being is that the inbound population most certainly is not Democrat. Just saying. And so all these people moving in are due representation, right, Chris? Is that right? I mean, if they move simply because you leave a blue state and go to a red state and you're already red, you still get representation, right? I think so.
Exactly.
I think it's true.
I look. I'm not for mid decade. I'm not for any mid decade redistricting. I don't care which party does it. I'm going to go on
I don't
record by
care.
saying that, and I get
Yeah,
that.
I don't care.
I understand it's the state's prerogative, but again, and I'm going to say it a million times, the New York State the New York State leftists, the Democrats here have been trying to pull this off for the last many years at this point, and trying to go full steam last 2 years. Even the Wall Street Journal fell fell for this narrative that she's retaliating. It's been going on for too long. If anything, Texas is retaliating
Yeah.
against the blue states
So
doing so.
yeah. So I just when I hear this, I say lock them up because I think Governor Abbott is going in a very unique perspective on this, and Ken Paxton, the AG. Did you know that they're looking at indicting these people for bribery? Isn't that creative? That's a creative prosecution if I ever heard one. You know
Well,
why
he could
that
do
is,
that.
Chris?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Yeah, well, look, if you or I get a private jet and say jet off to see, I don't know, if I decide to go out to Hawaii, see Bob Hayes, Bob's out in Hawaii, and I
Sounds
get
good.
this private jet, it costs like it costs $17,000 an hour to operate, and I just kind of do that willy nilly. Uh, you know, I think someone's paying for that. Who's paying for it? So I guess, to get a private jet that costs $17,000 an hour to operate, I don't think I have that kind of cash laying around. Do you? I don't know. You probably do. I don't. I don't have
I don't
$17,000 an
think
hour
so.
to waste.
And think it,
So
I
that's the
don't think
point.
so. Yeah, and
That's the
imagine
point.
being in that plane with all those unshowered hippies.
Oh God. And the smell of patchouli and
Ugh.
skunk. Oh,
Well, speaking of
oh,
patchouli and skunk, your favorite former attorney general has weighed in on this issue, by the way. That's right. Eric Holder. He thinks,
oh,
you
Eric.
get this, he thinks that the House might not certify the 2028 presidential election because of Texas's partisan or redistricting. So let's hear what Mr.
All right.
Holder had to say. Of course, the Obama administration's answer to Jackie Childs.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to get that rolling. I think we froze a little bit here, so I'm going to unfreeze that.
Texas problem. Yeah, the focus of this issue is Texas, but this is a national problem. And you got to understand, if somehow, some way, Republicans are able to hold on to the House in next year, and in spite of the fact that I think they should lose because of the big budget bill that took health care away from millions of people, that gave tax breaks to billionaires who didn't need it. If they were somehow able to hold on to the House in 2026, that is the House of Representatives that would have to certify who won the presidential election come 2028, 2029. Now, if you want to play with fire, and that's what we're doing here, you put in a bunch of partisan hacks who are not supposed to be in the House, who are there because of gerrymandering and a whole range of other things that Republicans are doing, and then put at risk the possibility that that body would not certify who the next president was. That's why this is a national problem. This is not something only the Texans ought to be concerned about.
So wait a minute, Tony, I have to ask you a question. Is Eric Holder actually encouraging Democrats to deny the 2028 presidential election?
Oh, they've always been like this. It's just they pretend
Again.
they're not. Yeah, clearly. And by the way, can we reach out and get Jerry Mandering on the show? I'd like to meet this Jerry Mandering. He seems like a pretty powerful guy.
Well, he was pretty resilient because he used to run away from Tom every time that cat tried to chase him.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
And he can dance with
Anywho, no, look, Eric Holder was Barack Obama's wingman and soap holder in the shower. Did I say that? I didn't mean that. I take that back about the soap in the shower. I didn't.
Oh, I thought he was a chef.
Well, they did. You can be a chef and hold soap, Chris. Just saying. Not that I know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure.
Then you're asking a Democrat to do two things at once.
Yeah. So Eric Holder is one of the sedition, but he'd already left. Loretta Lynch was left holding the proverbial Eric Holder bag. Well, not literally. They didn't take a shower together. He doesn't swing that way. I don't think. I don't.
Well, like you say, sweets for the sweet.
I don't know.
Bag for the bag.
The bag man. Hold on. I've got a message from my overlords at Newsmax. Hold on.
All right. Well, we're going to go to the yeah. So while Tony's on there, hey, I got an idea. When Tony's on there, let's bring in Barry Morgenstein, who is our guest today.
Good morning, Barry.
Hey guys, good to be back.
Pretty good.
Barry, we were just talking about lefties holding bags. That's a common occurrence up in New York, right? In Manhattan.
Yeah, and heels. They wear heels and carry bags. Yeah, a little bit of lipstick.
So, by the way, I guess Bill Barr is going to show up at his hearings wearing high heels and lipstick and a wig. That should be interesting, right?
How about a blue dress?
It looks like Bella Abzug, right? Right, Chris? Bella Abzug.
She was a beauty.
Ugh.
You are
She was a beauty. That's right. Well, good morning, Barry. I was just looking at some more of your great photos.
Thank you.
You would have taken that Sweeney picture, wouldn't you? The Gene picture.
Yeah. That's on the
You
top of
posted
my
as one of those pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, photo I
So-
wish I took. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about that, because there's all sorts of controversy. There's a great Star Trek episode. I think the title is there no truth in beauty? And man, oh man, if you're beautiful and you actually don't agree with the left, you become, according to the left, Adolf Hitler.
Right.
How does that happen? I don't get it.
The left is just they're miserable. They don't like it. They don't like beauty. They don't like good. They don't like normal. That's the left. You know, only the left could create a Nazi out of a beautiful young girl trying to sell things, you know, right?
And so, Chris, I don't know. Chris and I have been doing research over the past 5 days, and I've been scouring the internet for any picture of Adolf Hitler in jeans. I haven't found one. Not one. Not one. Chris, have you seen one? I haven't seen one.
Definitely not Goering. I think he wore dresses also.
Only Ava Braun.
Oh, Ava! I don't even know if I don't think she wore dresses. I mean, I don't think she had jeans on either.
Yeah. Only Goering.
So, I don't know.
He looked pretty good in the dress. Herman Goering.
Yeah.
There was the thing is, it's really funny. Why are these jeans commercials aren't? I guess the only real issue I have with them these days is they haven't been original. This was a virtual copy of the Brooke Shields commercial from the early '80s, where Brooke Shields had good jeans. So that's an exact copy. And this is not the first time. I believe is it Wrangler? And forgive me if I'm wrong. Wrangler, I think it was Wrangler, used the song "Jeans On" by David Dundas for a recent commercial over the last couple of years. It was a hit from a one-hit wonder, David Dundas, who sounds a lot like Gilbert O'Sullivan. I bring this up because it's important. That this song was made specifically, or that song came from a Levi's commercial. So basically, Wrangler was stealing a song used in a competitor's commercial decades ago for their newer commercials at one point. I'm glad somebody must have pointed it out to them, because these commercials were pulled. But there's no originality in entertainment. There's virtually no originality in entertainment today, and that's spread to advertising at this point.
No, I think
Which
the
is
greatest
another
shock
level.
of all this. No, it's another shocker came out of this. Barry, did you know that Neil Diamond was a Nazi because he wrote the song "Forever in Blue Jeans"? Did you know that?
Or how about David Bowie with Blue Jean?
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to
That's
say
right,
that.
Blue Jean, which is a cool song.
Yeah, right.
I don't really get the song, but I like it.
Well, he
Going
just met a
even
girl
farther
named Blue
back,
Jean.
Gene Vincent, even farther back, Blue Jeans, he wrote too, but that's probably
Yeah.
too much of an old reference.
Well, it's still a
Was it-
reference. That's good.
Yeah, but you know, I kind
Well, what
of
about-
like that the ad went back, because I think it's almost like, all right, we're going back to normal. So in a way, that's good.
Oh, well, what about one more? David Essex, "Rock On," looking for the
Rock
blue
On.
jean baby queen, prettiest girl he's ever
Yeah,
seen.
exactly.
One of the best.
Exactly.
70s
That's a
one-hit
cool
wonders.
song.
Yeah, one of the
That's
best.
in the
70s.
70s. Yeah, that was a cool song. It was kind of trippy.
Yeah.
Trippy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweet Caroline's
you
another
know,
great
Gene-
song, but no jeans are mentioned in that. So just saying.
Or Gene Genie by
I think Yeah, I think David Dundas hit top 20 with "Jeans On." Yeah, so that was the one that was being copied. It came from a Levi's commercial, which was good song, by the way. If you ever get a chance to listen to it.
Well, we're getting off track, not too much, but a little bit. Yeah. What about Elton John? Elton John, did he do something with jeans? I don't know. Someone put Elton John's name in there. I don't know if Elton John. did
No,
something.
but his song "Crocodile Rock" is the new theme for Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, well, that's good. It's better than Philadelphia Freedom because they ain't going to have any.
Ooh. This is
So
getting bad.
or Rocket Man. That's a good. I think it's going to be a long, long time.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the Kate
Oh
Bush
yeah, yeah.
version of
No,
that
no,
too, by
he
the way.
did. I know. No, no. Low Country, South Carolina Patriot got it. Blue Jean Baby, L.A. Lady,
Right.
seamstress for the
That's
band.
the one.
There you
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
What was the name of that song?
I don't know. It was the one they played in
L.A.
almost.
Lady, isn't it L.A. Lady?
No,
Little
no.
Genie, huh? That's a good one.
No,
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. Me too. I'm thinking about it.
So they sing it
I've
on
got
the
a
bus on Almost Famous, the film. Great scene.
Yeah.
ballerina. I think I seen you.
Tiny Dancer. Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer.
Tiny
That's it.
Dancer.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Great
And
song.
I guess that was about some. That was about some band member's girlfriend who apparently was so hot, even a gay guy like Elton thought was hot. That's pretty hot, right,
I
Chris?
believe.
That's
I
like
believe he-
double hot.
Well, I believe he was married to a woman around that time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Who?
Elton.
he?
He was. I
The
believe it or
Elster.
not,
Was?
I did a photo of the two of them together, him and his wife, and he bought a copy.
Oh,
for
that's
me.
cool.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
Well-
none of these compare to the classic "Devil with the Blue Dress On."
Ooh, that's like jean colored. You know. By the way, Barry, does Bill Clinton have good genes?
He's doing his best impression of Maxwell Q. Klinger on Epstein Island.
I
or
feel
whatever.
your pain, Barry. I
You're
don't
right.
know. I think it's that Eric Holder grabbed my sack and never let go. I don't know why.
You
Well,
gotta
th-
put up a photo of Obama and his mom jeans too. That's pretty strange.
well, this is what I'm finding out. This is why Pam Bondi's not releasing any more of these files from Epstein Island. It's because the public should never have to see pictures of Bill Clinton and anything skimpier than this.
Right.
And I believe those are all
I-
over the files. So this is
Well,
where
I have a
I guess
theory.
protecting
Let
the
me-
public's eyes.
Let me share this with the audience, with our fans here in a second. I think there's something going on in Epstein. I don't think we're done with it. I think what had happened is that, and I'm going to speculate. This is Tony's speculation. I haven't talked to anybody on the inside about this.
Yeah,
By the way, did I tell you, Barry? I saw Jim Clapper at a funeral. We'll go back. We'll talk about it in a second. Let me
wanna hear
get back
about
to
this.
this.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to talk about Jim
Yeah.
Clapper in a second.
Wow.
Clap
Evil-
on, clap off. Anyway, I think what happened is they rolled in, and Pam Bondi was given the file. I think they gave her the file, and they started looking for it. It's like there's nothing in here. I think it was sanitized because if you look at where it came from your neck of the woods, the District of New York. That's where they were prosecuting some
Right,
of the stuff. I think they destroyed crap. I think that's what's going on. I think right now, to save some face, they're saying, let's ixnay on the Epstein A, and let's go back and see what we can find. I think they're looking for stuff because most of it was, I think, destroyed. That's my theory anyway. So
Makes sense. I just
What do
wish
you-
they would
what do
just
you
be
think?
honest and tell us that, though. if that's
I
what
think, yeah,
happened,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
But it makes sense.
So anyway, Barry, real quick, I was my dear friend, mentor, and boss, Lieutenant General Pat Hughes, all around really good guy, real hero. Was in Vietnam 3 tours, I think. Was wounded, had the Silver Star, like half a dozen Bronze Stars for valor. Good guy. My former, anyway. So at the event, we were at the chapel there at Fort Myer, next to where the old guard's at, and right in the back of the room was Jim Clapper,
Oh, wow.
looking all nervous.
Yeah, I hope so.
And so, and so it was notable that nobody talked to him. As a matter of fact, I think the baby next to him started crying when she saw his bald head, which I'm really not joking about. I'm really not. It's like, because I came in and I was with my posse, with my guys. We were all together in like a couple of rows up, and he saw me. I looked at him and he looked at me. It was like this evil enveloping me. Like
I
passing
can
through.
imagine.
Yeah. So, but that's my Jim Clapper story. And I'm
Yeah.
sticking to it. So anyway,
Him and Brennan, two very evil people.
I didn't
both-
see
both
John
make-
Brennan. I'm going to tell this story again for the Patriots. So, Barry and I know all these makeup folks. We know makeup people, right? You and I both know makeup people, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
one of the ladies, not the ones you use, one of the ladies in at MSNBC. I was up doing MSNBC back in the old days before they were crazy, but now they're psychotic. So
Right.
back in the crazy days, I'd go there on occasion. So I was up at MSNBC at Capitol Street there in DC, and I'm sitting there getting my makeup on, and the lady, she's a Jewish lady, really nice, and she says, "Colonel Schaefer, yesterday John Brennan was in here, and I had to do his makeup." And I said, "Really?" I said, "What was that like?" And I said, "What was it like to touch his face?" And she said, "It was like touching pure evil."
Wow. Wow. She's probably accurate. I bet he does give that off, that vibe. That's creepy. That's scary.
That's
Wow.
one thing I can honestly say. Nobody that I know of has ever said touching my face feels like touching pure evil. So I've got that going for me.
Right,
Right?
exactly. Yeah. Wow. I believe it. I believe it. He is. He just looks it.
Oh man! So Barry, Tony was talking about earlier today the idea that the Texas Democrats flee the state. We talked about this yesterday as well, trying to avoid voting on redistricting in Texas. We can go on about the media narrative, but apparently Vladimir Zelensky is paying a lot of attention to this and thinking that perhaps that these Democrats could join their ranks because apparently, according to Donald Trump, Ukrainian military is now enlisting the elderly and mentally handicapped, which generally describes today's Democrat Party at this point, or at least the people at the forefront. So what do you think?
Yeah. Well, as Tony said about all the blue states earlier, so let's ship them over, join the Ukrainian military.
Yeah. I think that's a great solution. I should have thought of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Putin likes the idea, I'm sure.
Unfortunately, they won't win the war, but we'll be rid of them.
So maybe, Barry, I think you stumble on something. You're a marketing guy. Should we help? I think there could be a great resurgence in selling Crisco. Do you think we should come up with skunk smelling Crisco for the lefties?
But again,
you can cook and smoke weed, and right. you will feel just fine.
Exactly.
But again, Barry and Tony, on a serious note on this Ukraine-Russia thing, we've talked about this several times on this program. There are no good guys here. You can't just pick a side. Unless you side with the actual people of these countries who are caught in the middle of all of this. These two leaders have massive ego problems. They won't come up with a ceasefire. Their demands are too much, including Zelensky's. And I believe that Ukraine, I again believe Ukraine was a money laundering scheme in some ways too. You remember, there's still a missing $102 billion unaccounted for.
It's never stopped. It's never stopped. It's
right. But think about this. Now they're putting people with Down syndrome on the front lines. And again, I thought this was kind of far-fetched until I'm seeing the videos here. There are actually videos of this happening.
Really, that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's kind of evil.
This is pathetic. And this is what this is the country your liberal friends have been putting their flags on their profile pictures.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. I stand with Ukraine, bro. You stand with this. That's pure evil.
So, just for the record, I stand with America. I think we all do. So just saying that's what I stand with.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're all with you.
But speaking of that, so I think that would be a solution, though, if we could just deport Democrats. Can we do a program for that? Do some fundraising, deport Democrats, send them to Ukraine. They all got that Ukraine flag in their bio anyway, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Well, they're going to run for the border like they did in the 60s.
And they're all retards, so they can send them to the front line immediately without training.
I'm sorry. Mentally challenged. That's what they say.
I'm sorry. Right? You're right. I'm going to get in trouble for that now. I'm never going to hear the end of this. Someday when I'm testifying, someone's going to bring this up.
Yeah, exactly.
You call Democrats retards. Senator, I think it could be true.
Well, we'll have to destroy this tape afterwards. We'll destroy the live stream.
This tape. Now, what's true? It's true. They are. They're just slow. If riding this short school bus was an Olympic sport, they'd win it every day.
Hey, I got a great short bus leftist for you. There's a guy who's fairly prominent or very prominent in the Zoram Mamdani campaign.
Ooh.
And he made this announcement that he wants New York City to be a gender-affirming sanctuary city, and Mamdani is the key. So you want to hear this genetic defective?
What does that mean? Why are they wearing masks too? Is this recent?
Why do you think they're wearing masks? Because they're leftists.
Oh my God! Look at these
Well,
clowns.
it smells like skunk in there anyway, probably because
Yeah.
it smells like skunk.
So,
Wow.
so let's hear from Napoleon Dynamite here.
Boron is literally attempting to do what conservatives say, we want to do, which is provide gender affirming care to anyone who wants it for free. And we're going to like ship people, we're going to fly people in and pay for their hotel rooms. And we're going to do all of the like Fox News stuff. Like we're getting ideas from Fox News. I want to do that. We're like that. We wrote the
Ooh,
platform.
the mask has come off. Now he's tough.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was eating
That was safe.
his tater. Yeah, he's eating his tater tots.
So, by the way, Chris, just for the record, the guy that plays Napoleon Dynamite is actually a conservative, but
Yes,
that's
yes.
okay. Keep
Is
going.
it really? What?
But he's cool.
But
He's
got
chill.
this
Yeah.
guy. This guy has the haircut, and of course the
Yeah.
posture.
Right.
With him. The team was so happy to work with us on this. And now he's going to be mayor. New York City could provide trans healthcare for every trans person in the country who, can't afford it.
Of course, Daryl here, his other brother Daryl, and Tish James, his twin sister over here, are all
Yeah.
masked up and probably smiling under this. But think about this: who do they think is going to pay for all this?
Well,
It says socialism
know.
2025. That says it all. Right. below
yeah.
that.
So I have a suggestion, and Barry, maybe you can get behind this. I think we should have a campaign where we encourage all Democrat males to become G.I. Joe down there. You know what I'm saying? Remember G.I. Joe?
Of course. Oh yeah.
All smooth.
Of course.
And I think if you can gender neuter them, we're all going to be better off. What do you say, Chris? All progressive males should be, I don't know. Can you say
What do you mean should
defanged,
be?
detuned?
Wait. What do you mean should be? Have you been to
Well-
a Democrat event? These people are already eunuchified, if you will.
Yeah, but they can still reproduce. We need to get ahead of this.
Well, again, if they're at these Democrat conventions to hit on women, there's absolutely no way these people are going to reproduce. Think about it. This is natural selection at its best anyway.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know. I just don't know. Barry, do you guys want to pay for all the G.I. Joe beta males in the country coming to New York and hanging out?
No, I'd rather just.
I don't
leave.
know.
Yeah. Leave them on their own. It's like, I walk around New York, the streets of New York City, and I just say, what happened to the men that you see? The New York.
Yeah, I know.
You really, it's just, you see so much of this, so much
Well,
of these leftist men walking around looking weak and scared with their mask. Still to this day, it's pitiful.
Oh no.
Well, our late friend and dear colleague Tony LaBianco, a tough guy, real tough guy,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
from the old New York.
Great American. Great
Yeah.
guy.
Not
Yeah.
a fake tough guy like De Niro.
Yeah, right.
No,
Exactly.
no, De Niro, God bless him. I think, he takes estrogen as much as some guys drink a 6-pack of beer. Just saying. So
Shows what a great actor he is, though, because look at him in Deer Hunter. You would never think he played such a great manly hero in the Deer Hunter, and this is what he really is. It's like the opposite. So he is a good actor. We'll have to give him that because he fooled us all.
Look, I can separate De Niro from De Niro, so to speak. I love the movie Ronin. Ronin's a great movie.
Yeah.
Heat. I love Heat.
Heat is great.
Bobby De Niro and Al
And
Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
A
That's
lot of his movies are good. Yeah, we can't.
I go back even further to Deer Hunter and Godfather 2. It's like you're not.
Godfather 2, another great movie. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to separate the man from his artwork. I mean, think about that. I'm a big Glitter Band fan. I love Gary Glitter. His music's absolutely fantastic, but I can't really condone what he's done.
Speaking of someone who I'm kind of surprised, Liam Neeson. Have you seen the new Naked Gun? I haven't seen it. It looks.
No,
like
I haven't. Barry, he showed up at a Dutchess County drive-in just recently.
He showed up at what?
A Dutchess County drive-in in New York. I read that just yesterday. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did he bring Pamela Anderson with him?
I don't know, but I was hoping if I should have been there. I was hoping to see him beat people up. I'd like to see Liam Neeson versus Antifa. That would be fine.
Yeah.
I wonder is Liam Neeson going to do the naked boat thing like Tommy Lee did with Pamela?
I'd like to see.
I'm not joking, people. You could go Google it. It's out there.
This one we may not want to see though.
I don't know. I might.
We're not showing it. I'm just
I
saying.
don't know.
It's out there.
Might be
I
fun.
meant the one with Liam Neeson. Now we don't want to see that film. We don't want to see a redo of that film.
I don't think it's a redo. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I thought when I saw a promo that each of them were looking at their fathers
Yeah.
and
that
the
was-
pictures
promo looks funny.
of the police squad in their Hall of Fame. So apparently they might be the next generation. And in the other promo I saw, Drebin, which is Nielsen's character, was a detective, whereas Frank Drebin in the Naked Gun movies, the Leslie Nielsen one, was a lieutenant already.
I think
So
they
it
promoted them
must
one
be a
time and then
continuation,
demoted
a
them.
next generation. Yeah.
Well, the Naked Gun was a great movie, and then of
Right.
course
Yes.
it came out of Police Squad, which was a great series. So
And by the way, Reggie Jackson's performance was outstanding.
that's true. I must kill the Queen.
And by the way, there were two baseball players in that movie, The Naked Gun, who played themselves in that movie. One's Reggie Jackson. How about this one? Any of the Patriots? You guys, who is the other
I
one?
remember. Good
Oh, I
question.
don't know.
I
Nobody's
know who
getting
it was. I know who it was. And let's see if anybody else. Patriots, you know who it was? There were two MLB baseball players who played themselves in The Naked Gun, the first movie. Reggie Jackson was one. Who was the other?
I'm going to take a guess. Johnny Bench.
No, but he
No.
was known as a
worth a shot.
comedian in the. But this guy, a hint, he was known as a comedian in the clubhouse, and he was on several different teams.
Bob Uecker.
No,
That's a
Bobby
good
was
guess.
not in this movie. Wrong
love
baseball movie. I'll give you a few more minutes. Anybody know
That's a
this?
little outside.
Oh yeah, that's just a bit outside. That's like watching Rick
Just a
Ankiel
bit
pitch.
outside.
I guess
So,
nobody knows this.
No.
I'll give it 30 more seconds. Only one I knew was Reggie from Denise. I still like Low Country. I told you I soak at.
No, I
movie
already got
TV.
Bob Uecker. It wasn't Bob. Pete
It
Rose,
wasn't
no,
Bench.
Pete Rose
It wasn't
it.
Pete Rose. Nope.
No.
10 seconds. Johnny Bench. No. He was not
Earl
a Hall
Strawberry,
of Fame
no.
type. Jay Johnstone.
Oh,
No,
Really?
I know the name. I can't. Who did he play for?
Yeah, who
I
played
think the
for him?
Mariners. I think. Well, no. In that movie, I believe he played for the Mariners,
Okay.
and
Ah.
he played for a whole plethora of teams. I believe he was on the Yankees for a cup of coffee too. But Jay Johnstone played himself. He was the first batter that Leslie Nielsen was like frisking when he got up to bat.
Oh,
It was it.
which
So
was a
Jay
great.
Johnstone.
was fun.
Yep. He was real.
But speaking of real, so Barry, did you do your homework? Did you watch Zoolander?
No, it was on our schedule.
You got to
It was
watch.
on our schedule. I know, but maybe this weekend because we ended up going out that weekend and we were tired.
I swear to God,
We're gonna
you're
watch
going to thank me.
Yeah.
You're going to thank me. Everything
weekend,
we're
I swear.
talking about today, you're going to see in there.
I promise to watch it this weekend for sure.
Sounds good.
So yeah, it's like I can't I can't believe you built this. Only ants can fit in there.
Oh, and by the way, have you seen Johnny English yet, Tony?
No, I didn't get. I've been on the road, so I will.
All right,
I will get
you're
to
a
it.
spy. You got to check that one out. You'd love that. One of the best spy
Yeah.
parody
Last time I
trilogies
checked.
ever. Yes, with Rowan Atkinson. So that's all good. So I guess it's required watching, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, I went through something that both of you under the radar. This is important too. Donald Trump gets a lot of flack from the left for being called a fascist, a mean and nasty and everything, and he's going to cause world problems and national problems. Well, we haven't seen any yet. In fact, he has taken on to causes that are under the radar and not sexy. We've seen Armenia and Azerbaijan fight for how long in Eastern Europe? A long time. In fact, there was, if you remember our discussion we had on one of your other shows, Tony, with the former CEO of Overstock. He was talking about how he was working with the Obama administration, and they wanted to frame Hillary Clinton over Azerbaijan and the whole big mess and start problems there. But he got these guys to put a ceasefire together. He did the same thing in Rwanda and the Congo. He's taking up causes. Look, a lot of liberals in the 90s and 2000s and 2010s were saying, you guys don't go to Iraq because you have oil interests. What about countries that need help that we don't have interest in? Well, look what's happening right now. Well, does he get credit? No. Nobody talks about it.
Not from
Barely
Rachel
in the
Maddow. You saw her rant yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Rachel's
it.
still stuck in the Russia.
Yeah, it's going on about
yeah.
still calling him we're in a dictatorship, and officially in a dictatorship now, according to Rachel Maddow. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah. She should go to announcing the WNBA where even less people will watch her.
yeah, right, exactly.
So, hey, Barry, before we go on that, so who looks more like the other? Does Rachel Maddow look more like Stephen Colbert, or does Stephen Colbert look more like Rachel Maddow? Is that which is which?
I always thought she looked like John Oliver.
I think they're the same person. I've never seen them together in the same room.
Actually, the three of them, yeah, that's triplets. Yeah,
I've never seen them in the room.
yeah, all horrible people, and they always look like that too. Angry
Right.
liberals.
They are bitter people, are they?
That's why they hate Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. And
Well,
they
there's
didn't
a lot
care
of
who she was
jealousy
before
there.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
There's a lot of jealousy.
Yeah,
I
of course.
mean, so, but let's touch back on that for 1 second because I think it's true. Rachel Maddow, Mad Cow, has been she's back on the Russia thing, and so is Joe Scarborough. So Barry, you've met Joe. I've met Joe. What happened to
never
that
met
guy?
Joe.
I mean,
I
I thought he was okay. Back
Yeah.
when he was killing interns, he was okay. Now I don't know.
Yeah, right. yeah. Well, what's with that voice? Where does that voice come from? What is that? What is that accent he has? I'm trying to figure out where he grew up and who talks like that. That's like,
It's from watching Beavis and Butthead.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's great.
He got that nasally thing from Beavis and Butthead. That's right.
besides what's coming out of his mouth is his ideas, but that voice, the delivery is like, oh,
Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Hey, Beavis, let's like be stand-up chameleons and make lots of money. Yeah, money rules.
no, he just completely went off the rails, like the rest of them. You know, he's just completely.
That's right. That's right. That's right. No, Trixie's got it. It's like Beavis and Butthead or Joe and Mika. That's right. They are.
Yeah.
All
And they-
grown up.
Yeah. Oh, and they're the
So one of them
sensible
had to have a
ones.
sex change to become Mika. Just saying.
I think the big problem. I believe MSNBC is terrified of the Stephen Colbert loss on CBS because he's going to go to MSNBC after this, and he's going to take the cleanup spot. He's going to. I mean, Saki's gone. That's it. She's out. Her show's a failure.
So let's
They're gonna
talk a
bring in
little bit
Colbert.
about Raggedy Ann flaming out. Barry, did you know about this? That basically she took over from Maddow and then like she flamed out. Nobody wanted to circle back to her, I guess.
Is she out?
No, not yet. But she's
No,
the
not yet.
ratings. The ratings aren't very
Yeah.
friendly to her.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, not surprising, but hopefully she'll be out soon too.
Well, the problem
So,
is she is the cleanup personality there.
Yeah,
So Barry, I got a question. Do you think she's a natural redhead?
I wouldn't want to find out, but
Oh! Hey yo!
See that Ed McMahon school's paying off for Chris.
yeah,
That's right. It's doing good there. I'm all right. Hey, a couple of vodkas in the morning, and I'm set.
Well, let's talk about this
we
because
can ask Rachel Maddow actually.
well, it's interesting. I don't get why a 14-year-old looking dyke is more popular than a younger looking redhead propagandist. So I don't know why one gets more recognition than the other. Like Rachel, apparently, while they cut her pay, she still gets a lot of money for coming in once a week and spewing whatever she spews. But instead, Jane Psaki is basically sacked. They're going to be sacked. Why does Maddow have power and Psaki not? I mean, do you have an opinion about that? Because I'm sincere about this. Like, I don't know why
I can
one.
give it-
What? Okay, well, someone. I have no idea.
Well, Rachel Maddow for the longest time after Olbermann, his show fizzled out. His act wore thin. He was
He
the
took
cash
over
cow
his
for a
audience.
while.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Rachel Maddow was their cash cow for a very long time. She was the personality. She's the one everybody on the left wanted to come to see. Her patented Trump hate had a tinge of humor to it. I mean, again, she's not that funny, but she had a
Tinge.
personality.
Tinge.
Tinge. But
Tinge.
Jen Psaki's delivery's dry. She's absolutely boring.
Right.
And she never was an intellectual giant. which is fine if you can be entertaining, but she's not entertaining at all, and that's the issue with her. She is not. MSNBC has not had a rather entertaining host since Rachel Maddow went to full bitter and anger from being mildly entertaining, and they're looking for that talent. The problem is they also need that talent on a discount or somebody who thinks they're on a mission, and that, my friends, is where Stephen Colbert may check in.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's good
Well, I
programming.
don't know. Jen Psaki she's as exciting as a bologna sandwich, which is good.
Right.
That's better than, say, peanut butter, right? I think. I don't know.
No, peanut butter is terrific.
So
they may bring in Stephen Colbert, but do you think they'll bring in a third ugly woman?
I don't know.
John Oliver might be available.
I think if they put Colbert in like a nice sundress,
Right.
like that one Bill Clinton's wearing, I think that's a hit.
I think
So
they're
this
putting
is-
those dancing vaccines in to help them out.
Yeah, exactly. So you get Colbert in a muumuu. You get Lubin the Tubin, Jeffrey Tubin, wearing like a slicker. You know those guys. You remember those slickers that
Oh,
the
yeah.
sailors, that yellow thing get all slicked up, so he's always slippery and slidey.
Right.
And you get the vaccines. Man, oh man, that's lefty gold. That's guaranteed ratings right there, right, Chris?
That's right. And believe me, their ratings will beat the WNBA. I want to close out with this because I want to get your gentlemen's thoughts on this. I know everybody seems to like Caitlin Clark, and believe me, the WNBA has gone pretty much thug ghetto in recent years. The beatings of Caitlin Clark and everything else, right and left, because she's the new star. They're all jealous of her, and these women screeching about being paid equally to the men, while the NBA is really subsidizing them to the near tune of losing money in a Colbert-esque fashion. But I actually have a favorite player in the WNBA, and her name is, and I believe, again, I don't watch it that much, Sophie Cunningham, who has decided she would fight back against the racism in the WNBA because she's being attacked by these thugs, except she's not Caitlin Clark. This woman could put the others down. Want to take a look?
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is, racism. It started with Caitlin Clark, and now it's me. Y'all see it. When white players start hooping at a high level, suddenly we're cocky, deserve to get hit, or we're too emotional. But let's be real, they just don't like seeing white girls dominating their game. I've been elbowed, shoved, even had players whisper threats during plays. And for what? Because I play hard, because I won't back down? That's not just physical, that's targeted. That's hate. And I'm not staying quiet about it anymore. If I
Good
get
for
hit
her.
dirty,
Wow.
I'm swinging back.
That's great.
Period.
Swinging
I did
back.
it
Now
before,
watch. This
and
gets
I'll
better.
do it again. I'm not here to play victim. I'm here to compete. But I'll never let anyone punk me just because of the color of my skin. If you
Good.
think I'm supposed to just take it and smile, you picked the wrong one.
That's right.
And Caitlin, she's been through the same BS. We see the pattern, and the league better start seeing it too. If you don't stand for fairness now, when will you? If you ride with
Exactly.
me and Caitlin, if you're sick of the double standards, drop a support in the comments.
Now, a couple of things here. Again, this is true. It's jealousy and racism and cattiness. On the other hand, the NBA did the same thing too. They went after the stars, and if you don't have anybody on your team to defend the star, or if the star doesn't throw the punches himself, then that person's not going to score. It's going to get beaten up around the court. The Detroit Pistons used to have enforcers on the team, so the guys with the hands could score, but they had people like Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer throwing the punches to protect their stars. So if somebody starts bumping them, they know they're going to get bumped, pushed, and probably even punched if the ref's not looking. And I've seen Laimbeer, Bill Laimbeer, and Jack Haley just like one punch people on the court. So I think the WNBA needs a couple of goons in there to protect their stars. Number one, and number two, they got to handle this. If they want more than 6 fans and people not throwing, let's just say, sex toys on the court or laughing when somebody loses their wig, and they got to start taking some of these problems seriously.
Of course. So
I never heard of this girl, but I think American Eagle should use her for their next Gene ad.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
I think she'd be perfect. I never saw her
Absolutely.
before. Yeah, she's everything the left hates: beautiful, intelligent, common sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think what she's saying is absolutely correct. And I don't know
that's
where the referees are at on this, but
Yeah.
if I'm sure they need to start calling stuff when they see it, not pretending it doesn't happen. So I
Right.
think they do that a lot, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, good for
And
her.
why is Keith Olbermann throwing sex toys on the court anyway, Chris? Do you know?
No, this actually happened. I'm not joking with you.
I know it happened.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but Keith Olbermann, because he's not busy right now.
That's right. He's got plenty of sex toys to get rid of. Just saying.
Oh,
He's been busy with them probably. So do you have a video of the sex toy being thrown by Keith?
Oh, I can probably. I'll see if I can pull that
Oh.
off here. So
Well, I'm
talk
pretty
amongst
sure it
yourselves.
was Oberman.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we were able to put that
Or
on.
was
this
it Rosie
program.
O'Donnell? Is it Rosie O'Donnell or Keith Oberman? I can't. They look the same.
Let's see if I
They
can dig
do.
that up.
They do. They actually have the wild color, goofy colored glasses. And Barry,
Right.
what is it about I mean, you're a fashion guy, and I try to be fashionable. You know, I try to, look like a spy when I'm out doing spy stuff, so to
Yeah.
speak. But what is it with these wacky glass colors or shapes by the left? What is up with that?
I
What-
guess so
does
they
that
can,
make
so
them-
they can be identified. Maybe I don't know.
All right, I think we have it here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if
Oh,
we
wow,
can
that's embarrassing.
pull this up. Now, look, I was kind of wavering on whether to air this or not, but nothing really dirty here. So let's watch this.
Yeah, it's not dirty.
Hayes gets blocked by Maya Caldwell. Something quiet on the court, actually, from the crowd. The officials will say they will continue play.
Another miss, by
And
the way. That's a brick.
The fingertips of the Valkyries. And you can see the object, the block right there. And the object comes, that green thing.
There's the
down,
object.
and it
Yep.
goes to the sideline.
Yeah,
They have no idea what
We're
it
not
is.
exactly where
at this point.
We're not sure where it came from.
yeah.
No room for.
Well, I don't know. Don't touch it. You don't know where it's been.
Yeah, they're laughing. They know what it is now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh! I never saw that.
I'll get it. It may be
She's like, I'm
Like,
taking this home to
hey.
examine.
Paging Keith Oberman.
Whatever it is.
Paging Keith Oberman.
Now, just I think more prominent are the bricks being laid during the game and during this scene as well. So, I mean, the WNBA is not entertaining. There was the other video where I guess the wig fell off, and then they had to stop the game because a fan or two were making fun of the wig falling off, and the fan had to be escorted out.
Well, I got to ask you a question. Why would you wear a wig in the middle of a hyper competitive game? I don't get that. It's like, seriously? I mean, to me, that's just looking for trouble, or hair extensions. So,
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
again,
I think I saw Pete Buttigieg in the stands there.
oh no,
Yeah.
not the WNBA. What would he be doing there?
Throwing
yeah,
the
I think he's thinking about signing up, Chris. He was looking, hey, these people are like me, all feminine.
I think Family Guy had that. Remember the Family Guy sketch on the WNBA where it's like, let's see if I can find that here. This is great commentary on the
Peter's great. Yeah, Peter's great
this is
for being
great
direct.
commentary on the WNBA itself. Let's see if I can. Oh, I think I found it. There we go. And we played this before on the show, but I think it's worth playing again. This is the and this is back in the 90s or the early 2000s.
And at the top of the second half, it's 16-9. Easton leads the scoring with 4.
And that's why she commands $7,000 a year. These gals sure do make it look difficult.
But is having this minor skill worth being so unattractive? That's for the fan to decide. Yay!
Oh, that's great.
It's all true. It's all true. It's all true.
Spot on.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So I don't know. I think Pete Buttigieg just wants to be close to his estrogen roots. That's why he goes to those games and throws toys out. He and Keith Oberman.
Yeah.
But I digress. But I do believe, Barry, before we go, I don't know. Can you tell me the difference between Keith Oberman and Rosie O'Donnell? Is there a difference? I mean, really?
Height-wise, that's it. Other than that, they're the same.
Yeah, I think he may have some height advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately,
So-
it's more of him. So yeah,
They're both angry lesbians. So
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
exactly. Bitter, angry.
So
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, they demand equal pay. And I know RD Bull put this up here again. We talked about this earlier too. They actually get proportionately better pay than the men as far as what the
I'm
league
sure that's
brings
true.
in.
I'm
And
sure that's
as
true.
far so keep this in mind. They have their better pay. They're just not going to get the mega millions unless the league brings it in. Hey, maybe a little more Sophie Cunningham promotion, and possibly they bring something in. They have to promote their stars. But I don't think we want to hear more about this. Who was the pot smoker? That Greener, the Greener chick that Joe Biden brought in.
Yeah.
For traded a notorious international arms dealer
Right.
for this pot smoking
American hater.
mediocre WNBA player.
Yeah, who hates America?
Right. Exactly. That's them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner's a guy. I think it's a guy. I don't think it's a girl.
Well, Trixie,
So, well,
George, Trixie, George, and Sean have Dave Walsh tomorrow, by the way. So be sure to tune into them.
That's good. Well, yeah, tune in tomorrow and Friday. I've got stuff to do. I got to actually do a bunch of stuff I didn't get to. So anyway, we'll get going. Barry, thank you for being here. People, the Patriots always love you. We love you.
I appreciate that.
It's fun
I
talking
love being
about
here.
skunk
You guys are the best.
flavored Crisco.
Yeah.
By the way, do you think maybe could you go over to Fifth Avenue and talk to the WNBA folks and suggest that they get skunk flavored Crisco as a sponsor? That combines a lot of left wing causes all into one.
Or better
So-
yet, let's get Barry to be commissioned by American Eagle to do photo shoots of Sydney Sweeney and Sophie Cunningham at the
Now
gun
that's
range.
an
I
idea.
volunteer.
Gun range.
I'm up for that.
Yeah,
That idea.
That's
Yeah.
right.
that's a great idea. That's
Yeah.
an idea that's got legs, literally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I just pitched their new model, so they should hire me.
excellent.
That's right. Barry's got good genes. Chris does too.
Yeah,
I do.
exactly.
And I'm wearing
And
them.
again, I will continue my search for the second week now, looking for Adolf Hitler in jeans. I just don't think it's out there. I just don't think so.
Nope.
I don't think it's gonna.
I could
don't
probably
think-
AI that for you. So we'll do that.
I
We'll
don't,
put that
I don't
next
know
to
if
the
Hitler would like
Lindsey Graham
Levi's
and the
much.
Liberace outfit.
Not a fan of
Yeah.
Levi's, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah, right.
So did Hugo Boss make jeans? I don't think so.
Yeah,
But they might. I don't know. I don't know.
exactly.
But by the way, I like you. I wear Hugo Boss.
Yeah,
Not that
so do
I'm not a Nazi, but I do
Great
like Hugo
suits.
Boss.
So do
What?
I.
You
Yeah,
don't wear
great suit.
Sassoon with the apparently the band salute on the logo. The OK with Sassoon on the logo. Remember
Be
that?
seeing you.
Forgot about Vidal
Be seeing
Sassoon.
you.
Yeah, be seeing you. It's another one.
Be seeing you. Right, Chris?
Yes.
Be seeing you.
That's right. Vote for Tony and number 6.
That's right. I still got it. Hold on.
I got mine. I have one too, by the way.
Oh, right there. I still got it right there. See?
Oh, okay. I'm going to wear that shirt. I think I wore that shirt in election. That looks really darn good.
That's pretty good.
That's okay because
Vote for number 6. That's right. There you go.
I got to start wearing this more often
There you
in the
go.
winter. There we go. Because we are asking for information on every show. Am I correct?
Right. Still got my C. See, number 6. There
I,
right
I
there.
got my number 2 somewhere in here, but I don't know where I put it. So
Number 6. That's
I think
right.
you beat me on that one.
That's right. What do you want? Information. Well, you won't get it.
We will. By hook or by crook, we will.
I am not a number. I'm a free man.
I have to color the
I'm serious.
goatee.
We should do that. Yeah, we should do
Oh,
more of
the hair's getting to that
prisoner.
Leo McCarn level, so I can.
We
cut
haven't done the
goatee.
prisoner for a while. We need
No,
to
we
get
should
him
do
on.
that.
He's
We'll
still
do that.
alive, right?
You know what? Let's get some people we know that talk about the prisoners. Talk about how that's with today. Maybe I will talk to Big Jim and Rose to come on, and maybe a couple other people that we've had before. Because I haven't really resurrected the Outhouse Lounge. Maybe we do a prisoner episode here. Sounds good.
We should do that. Yeah, hold on. I got to respond. Josh Stein sucks. Josh Stein sucks. The governor here sucks. And by the way, Roy Cooper, another governor running for Senate, sucks. They are horrible people. So they are good old boys who pretend to be all down with the common folks who are actually Marxist, for the record. Just saying. So
Yeah, they're just two good old boys that mean harm.
that's right.
Unlike the Dukes.
Right. So unlike the Dukes, that's right. The Dukes of disaster. So
Yeah, they never meant harm.
we got to go. I got to go. So, hey, Barry, thanks for being here. Patriots, thanks for being here. We love you guys. We'll see you again soon. Hopefully, I won't have any more run-ins with Jim Clapper until he's in cuffs.
And hope you don't chart the same plane as the Texas Democrats.
That's right. That's right. Don't and I'm curious about what they eat. You know, Barry, when you're hanging out with Governor Prickster, is that what his name is?
Yeah,
It's like, it's like he's, Jabba the Pizza Hut's brother. He's like Jabba the Hutt's brother, Pizza the Hut. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
So
Another bad guy.
did you know that he is the largest consumer of calories in the state of Illinois? I mean, he is a one man like destroyer of buffets. Remember the Star Trek episode, the Doomsday Machine? He's like a human doomsday machine that consumes buffets, one after the other. Yeah.
Yeah, he could play the villain in Star Trek for sure.
Well, I did find out what they were eating. I did find out what they were eating on those Texas Democrat flights: tofu and soy. So, soy lattes and tofu.
Yeah. Tofu to you too.
Ooh.
All right, we got to go.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
seeing you all. Barry, thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.